My shitty internet, it will not stay connected. I don't know why. I've had people out multiple times trying to get this fixed. Let me see if I'm actually, yeah, I'm broadcasting. Uh, yeah, I've had people come out, I've had service techs come out and everything, and they still will not fix anything. It's, they keep telling me it's fine, but I keep getting disconnected randomly. It's bullshit. The bullet disappeared into the wall right behind this closet. It's locked. Don't let this guy sweet talk you, Conrad. Excuse me, sir. Are you with the CDI? I am. Neil Conrad. Pleased to meet you. I'm Priest Alphon. I was Mr. Banny's spiritual advisor. I kindly ask you to let me take off Mr. Banny's jewelry. It's a very important part of the Savant farewell ritual. We must free the dead from the worldly possessions so that they can safely cross over to the afterlife. It must be done before the soul has completely left the body and we're running out of time. I'll hand the jewelry over to the CDI right away. I understand, but I can't have you moving the body. It's crucial evidence that can't be tampered with. I'm somewhat of a nihilist, if that's what you're asking. A nihilist? But you're working for the CDI and defending the interests of the Garian state. Listen, Mr. Argon, I'm not here to discuss philosophical questions with you. Please, I will be very careful in taking off the jewelry. Okay, Hello, Neil Conrad, CDI. Are you with Mr. Manning? We already talked to your colleagues. I know, but I need your help with something. Do you know where I can find the key to the cupboard upstairs? Why would you need to look in there? I think it contains a piece of evidence. I'd prefer if you didn't mess with anything before Drovian authorities arrive. Drovian authorities? We prefer we prefer this to be handled by our own people. The sniper will surely be offline about the time that happens. We'll share our findings with them anyway, I promise. Oh, like you promised to protect Mr. Banny? I understand you're upset. We will take full responsibility for this when the time comes. You will, huh? What punishment will it be? A promotion? It's okay, Eddie. We don't want to fight. It's only convenient for Gara that one of the champions for Drovian independence is out of the picture. Sir, please calm down. We're all on the same side here. I understand how you feel, but the perp is still out there. We need to get them quickly. If they have another target, we need to find out now. Shouldn't be too hard. Who else is pissing off your government? Please be reasonable. I am not your enemy. Yes, you are. Listen, the assassin might be on their way to their next Drovian target right now, and you can't do anything about that, but the CDI can. You decide if your personal grudges are more important to you than your people's safety. Just give him the key. It's not like there's anything in there. Here. Fine. Here's my keychain. This better lead to something. Much obliged. Good evening. Laren. Ma'am, are you okay? Huh? Yeah, sorry. We were just talking about our plans for breakfast, and then he... Are you close? Were you close? Yeah, I, yeah, I've been working for him for a long time. Did you notice anything suspicious since you came here? No, Justice has been on edge lately, but that only makes sense. Are we safe here? Once the sniper comes back. The sniper is long gone. They had a clear target. You're not in danger. For a second, I thought he just tripped, but then I saw... You remember the way he fell? I was standing to his right, and he fell away from me. So, you think the shot came from one of the buildings on the right? I guess so. I just stood there and stared at him. Then Smith came and pulled me aside. Thank you. That's all. People are on their way to keep you company. They should be here soon. Young, look at this. The bullet was inside the cupboard. As we expected, here it is. Good work. Hold on. Let me have a look. This kind of projectile usually doesn't go very far. They probably used a comparatively small rifle to better disguise the gunshot. It was fired from a distance of no more than 200 meters. I would say 250 tops. Good to know, thank you. By the way, I forgot something earlier. There. You should now be able to submit the sheet I sent you. I don't know if you have all the evidence yet, but you're able to send me your conclusions once you do. Small caliber rifle, 250 yards. Okay, there's nothing else to look at in here. Clean headshot. A casino. Pretty noisy place. Might help discuss the shot about 200 meters away. So it's within the distance. Okay, 300 meters away. What was the distance she said? Because you said 200 to 250. $200, 250. So the casino. Okay, let's look at the... Okay. Okay. Okay, so I want to make sure this is right. It could technically be the Sakura Hotel, because she said it was a small gauge rifle, but you know, it makes sense at 150 meters. I don't know. Said it was a building on the right. Oh, let me look up and see if I can find a transcription of the deal, because I want to make sure I got the distance right. Okay, so to the right, 200 and 250. I mean, for a small caliber pistol, that does actually make sense. I'm gonna have to take just a wild guess here. I saw you submitted the sheet. Report back to Gary and ask him what to do next. I think you should get the location. Alright, see you later. Bye. You're a fucking con. Just leave us unbelievables. Hey, asshat. Any new findings? The bullet probably came from Sakura Hotel. Good job, Conrad. I'm sending Saito to lock the place down. You head over. I'll catch up as soon as I can. Listen about those bodyguards. Cut them some slack. It took some convincing, but they helped me find the bullet that killed Banny. Now let's cut them some slack and question them tomorrow when the shock is worn off. Since when did you have a soft spot for Drovian extremists? I don't, but these are special circumstances. Anyway, you should get going. On my way. You.
It wasn't until I was on my way back to the train that I noticed the park's obscene size. The night was cool, and the Mansion District was probably the quietest place in the whole center. It was one of the last spots in the area where buildings hadn't been stacked on top of each other like toy blocks. My head was unusually clear, and to my surprise, I noticed that I was in a good mood. In retrospect, I believe that it stemmed from a sense of purpose driving me forward that night.
at that plaque, it's probably nothing. Yo! Oh yeah, I guess I am street level. Okay, never mind. Young, what's up? Listen, Neil, the police just got an anonymous tip from Sakura Hotel. Whoever sent it to them didn't provide a lot of details, just that they had been in contact with a suspicious person. Why so vague? I don't know, but it looks like you definitely got the right building. Yeah! Thanks, Young. Talk to you later. Yeah! Alrighty. Saito. Good evening, Neil. Hey, Saito. Looks like you beat me here. Well, the rest of us use cars, you know. I know. Let me bring you up to speed. We locked down the hotel, told the staff that nobody can go in or out. Holloway is keeping an eye out on everybody in the lobby. I flew a drone up to the highest room. Long said that's where the sniper might be. It's empty, lights out, nothing else on the light. Figured as much. Snipers don't usually stick around. But I did see lights in the room below. Maybe a guess in there saw or heard something. I'll pay them a visit. The receptionist said that the sniper's room was rented out to a gentleman named Diaz. They got his ID number already, currently running a citywide search for it, but without success so far. Do we know what Diaz looks like? They don't have the surveillance cameras in the hotel. You know how it is, rich people in their privacy. So no, we don't really know what he looks like, but maybe you can find out. I opened a sheet, then you figure that. Did you question the sound? That we have reason to believe that a dangerous criminal escaped from the hotel. Good work. Let me know if you get a hit on the purpose ID. I'll be inside if you need me. Good luck. Good evening. Good evening, Neil Conrad, CDI. Could you answer a few questions? Naturally. Do you have any relevant information on Mr. Diaz for me? Anything suspicious? Nothing out of the ordinary. I sent all the information we have to your colleague. Payment info, ID number, those kinds of things. I see. I'd like to have a look around Diaz's room. Do you have a universal key card or something? If it is absolutely necessary, yes. It is. Here you go, sir. But please be careful not to disturb any of our guests at this late hour. Thanks. I will. Good evening, Agent Long, CDI. Hey, Gary. I got a key card. Let's have a look around Diaz's room. Now let's get up there. Please keep it down in the corridors, if possible. And mind the carpets. an almost empty whiskey bottle. And pretty expensive one at that, judging by the receipt. A piece of paper. It's empty except for the strange hand-drawn symbol in the middle. Empty vellum. A piece of paper. Fancy bathtub. Maybe the perp used it. We should have the whole bathroom checked for DNA. I found it. I found the perp's poop. It's right there in the toilet. Hey Gary. Hey Gary, could you come over for something? Did you find something? Did you find something? I'm pretty sure a piece of the window pane was cut out and then put back in. Judging by the blue residue, they used a pocket laser cutting device. You think the sniper could have fired from here? It's possible. He'd have a really good shot, though. He'd have to be a really good shot, though. Also, I saw a tiny blood stain on the carpet below. Perhaps the perp cut himself when he handled the piece of glass. Good work. I'll go back to my post and call the DNA guys. Let me know when you're done. What in the... Stay calm, ma'am. I'm with the CDI. Stay calm, ma'am. We're with the CDI. And I'm the CEO of Norton Robotics. I'm serious. We're Agent Conrad and Agent Long with the CDI. I'm also serious. I'm Clarissa Norton, CEO of Norton Robotics. Oh. Didn't the CDI teach you to knock first? We're in the middle of a high-profile investigation. Menace, still. On that note, would you mind calling off your armed drone? Fine, please, make yourselves comfortable. We'd rather stand. We need to answer a couple questions. Everyone wants a piece of me these days. Make it quick, I'm a busy woman. Did you hear a gun earlier? A gun? What kind of war zone is this? Answer the question, please. No, but now that you mention it, I heard some noise earlier, sometime between 1 and 2 o'clock. I thought someone had popped a cork. Anything else? Do you know your upstairs neighbor? Here in the hotel? I never saw him. I heard him take a phone call in the corridor earlier, around 11 o'clock. 11 in the evening, in the corridor. I believe he was packing up. I think he was pacing up and down the hall until the person he called picked up. Then he went to his room. Was it a live conversation, or did he get a recorded message from someone off planet? He spoke too, so it must have been a live conversation. What did he say? I don't know. I didn't pay much attention. He might not have spoken Garian at all. Anything else? That's all, thanks. I think we're done here. Let's go downstairs. A couple of financial witnesses are waiting in the lobby. We really need to track that Diaz guy down. Maybe one of them has seen him or even spoke to him. Go ahead and question him. You should also have a look around. It's no crime scene, but you never know what you'll find a clue. I'll be waiting at the reception. The fuck? Anything, Saito, anything new? Well, I tried to find out how Diaz escaped from the hotel. Benny was shot at 1:39. I suppose that Diaz left shortly after that, probably between 1:45 and 2:15. So we have an idea when he left. The big question right now is how. There's a functioning ID scanner at the door that only picked him up once, when he arrived. That means that he can't have left through the front door. Could he still be here? No. I've had my drone scan the whole building for his ID twice already. He must have gone out to the back door, but you don't get far that way by foot. My theory is he was picked up by a getaway driver in the backyard. There's a vehicle tracker on the launch pad that scans each car at the exact time it lands there. Cars aren't allowed to stick around for long on the launch pad. It's just meant for quick deliveries and pickups. Here's the thing. I went to ask the guard to pull the data for me a couple of minutes ago. He said someone had turned it off earlier tonight, so it wasn't him, and that he hadn't noticed. We have to find out who it was. If we confront whoever helped Diaz get away, we might find out where he went. I'm sending a sheet to yourselves. Submit it as soon as you think you know who disabled the tracker. Maybe the traffic data will still help, even though parts are missing. God said your AR module can read it directly from the scanner on the launch pad. Roger that. Okay. Hair, cut hand. Oh. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? Did you see anyone leave between 1:30 and 2:15? I was right here all night, but I really didn't pay attention to that. I'm sorry. I gave a concert earlier, and I kept playing for the people that stuck around. Thank you. Can I help you? Have you met Mr. Diaz? Diaz, the guest from the 8th floor? I think I talked to him yesterday. He was having a late-night drink at the bar after he arrived. I was packing my things up when he went to his room. I asked him about the viola he was carrying. Quite an expensive model, I have to say. Did he show it to you? A viola, huh? Did he show it to you? No, he kept it in his case. He generally wasn't the talkative type. What does he look like? What does Diaz look like? He's a redhead with a beard. Thank you. That's all for now. So, we have... He had a beard. I'm going to assume it's red. Excuse me, madam. Could I ask you a few questions? Okay. Did you see anyone leave between 1:30 and 2:15? No, I was back in the kitchen cleaning some glasses. Had a lot of dishes to do after the concert tonight. I go down. I have a young boy at home. He can't, and the sitter can't stay much longer. I'm sorry, but the hotel is on lockdown until further notice. I want to give them a call. It could be a while until you can leave. Thank you. Another question. Have you ever met Mr. Diaz? Have you ever met Mr. Diaz? Diaz. Doesn't ring a bell. I think he came to my bar. Did you see anyone leave between 1:30 and 2:15, or a car picking someone up? Could be. Bunch of people got picked up after the concert. I'm more interested in the people going in than out. The concert started at 20:30 and took about 3 hours, but some people stuck around at the bar a little longer. Thanks. Have you met Mr. Diaz? Diaz? Who's that? Diaz from the Explorer. He arrived last night. I'm sorry. And it's just been you here all night? Anybody else? Well, sometimes I take a break. I usually ask Felicia or Byrne to take over and keep an eye on everything. Felicia or Byrne? Felicia's the bartender, the one who won't shut up about her stupid kid. Byrne's the pianist. Did they take over for you tonight? Yeah, let me think. Felicia at 2200 and Byrne at 045. Both for about 15 minutes. Thanks. That's all for now. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, going for a smoke? Yeah, might as well. Sounds like you're going to keep us here for a while. Probably. Hey, I have a question. Do you always store your whiskey in the backyard? An expensive brand to sleep under. Oh, it looks like I forgot to bring in part of tonight's shipment. I'll let the bartender know. Was whiskey dropped off here by car? Yeah, the alcohol often comes in pretty late. Do you remember when they landed tonight? No. Wait. I do, actually. I saw them arrive when I went back in after a break. It was precisely at 22:10. You sure about the time? Yeah. I was looking at my cell right at that moment because I got a message. Thank you. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Almost an empty whiskey bottle. Alright. About the vehicle tracker. The vehicle tracker was turned off earlier and I'm trying to find out why. Do you know anything about it? I heard that you briefly took over for the guard a while ago. I did, but why would I turn off the tracker? I don't even know how. Thank you. That's all for now. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? The vehicle tracker was turned off earlier tonight. I'm wondering if you might know something about it. Did you stand in for the guard tonight? I did, but just for a few minutes, and I touched nothing. Was it still turned on? Sorry about that. I really don't know. I just sat there until he came back. Thank you. That's all for now. Okay, there it is. Okay, coming in the backyard. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? No, I was fast asleep until I got down, calmed down to the lobby. I have my own room upstairs. Your own room? You live here? Mostly, yes. Thank you. Happy to help. My colleague said that the guard is in charge of the vehicle tracker in the backyard. Is that correct? Yes, Mrs. Smith. Does that tracker ever turn off? Turned off? No, it operates around the clock. And it doesn't usually break or have hiccups of any sort? I don't think so. It was installed the day before yesterday. I can't imagine it's already acting up. And Mrs. Smith can certainly answer all your questions about the tracker in more detail. He's usually not in contact with our clients. I fear he appears untrained. Thank you. Happy to help. You know what Mr. Diaz looks like? Unfortunately, I've never met him. The reception wasn't occupied when he checked in last night. He used our electronic check-in service. Okay, this bugs out a lot. Gotta find out who turned it off. What am I missing? Okay, he said he had red hair with a beard. Okay, yeah, Viola case. Okay, the bartenders usually kind of iffy about them. Okay. I'm not entirely sure. I've really got to get home soon. I mean, she seems to be, like, in a hurry to leave. And I don't think it's just because of her kid. I've really got to get home soon. I don't know if you have kids, but you've got to take care of. But the guard told me you took over for him during break at 2200. After that, no more vehicles were scanned on the launch pad. However, the guard said that people were picked up in the backyard all night. According to the pianist, there was a delivery shortly after 10, but there's no record of it. The tracker must have already been turned off. Care to explain what's going on here? I don't know what you're talking about. If you won't be honest with me, I'll have to take you in for questioning. What? No, I have to get home! Mr. Diaz is suspected of being involved with an interplanetary murder case. I don't have to tell you how serious it is to be complicit in something like that. Murder case? Shit, I didn't know what he was up to, okay? It was about the money. It was about the money. Did he kill someone? Please tell me everything from the start. Diaz was at my bar last night. He offered me a drink. At first I thought he was going to hit on me. But then he said he needed my help. That he was expecting a visit today. And that his visitor wanted to stay under the radar. He asked me if I could do him a favor and turn the car tracker off. Offered me a bunch of money for it. I had to take it. I really needed it, okay? I didn't think it would do any harm. I assumed it was about a secret lover, maybe a famous one. Wouldn't be the first time around here. It's also pretty commonplace that our guests ask for special favors. And this was a small one, a pretty small one, really. And then I saw Diaz leave tonight. He was picked up by a guy in a white van. I realized he had lied to me and I got cold feet. That's when I called in the anonymous tip. So that was you. Why didn't you say right away that he got away in a van? I don't know. I panicked, okay? I said he was suspicious, and I hoped you'd take it from there. I don't want to implicate myself by drawing attention to the car. I see. A white van, huh? Did you catch any more details about the car or driver? Oh, I'm sorry. What does Mr. Diaz look like? He's skinny, tall guy with red hair and a red beard. Please, you have to understand. I didn't think it was a big deal. Can't tell anyone. I could barely make ends meet. Lose my job or go to jail. I have a son. I'll think about it. I think I know how our guy escaped. He bribed the bartender to turn off the vehicle tracker in the backyard. After she did that, a white van came to pick up Diaz. The bartender gave the anonymous tip to the police when she realized Diaz had lied to her. Sounds like a risky plan. Banking on the cooperation and silence of a stranger like that. I think that part was improvised. The tracker was installed only 2 days ago. Don't you think she might have been an accomplice from the get-go? Unlikely. If she was, I don't think she would have called in a tip. Gary, maybe. We should have arrested. Just to be sure. Honestly, just leave her be. We got bigger fish to fry. What are you talking about? She's clearly involved with this whole conspiracy, knowingly or not. She did something she thought was insignificant to make some extra money. She's probably underpaid, and she has a kid. Do we really want to risk her going to jail? You should have thought of that. Knowing makes us complicit. We're breaking the law. The law and justice aren't always the same thing. Gentlemen. I've been looking into that white van while you were talking. The vehicle matching the description passed by a nearby security camera at about the right time. Pretty sure that's it. I followed its trail. It was last scanned a few minutes ago, and it seems to be parked now. Where? In the lower layers, just a few train stops away. Excellent work, Conrad. Excellent work, Conrad. You go check it out. I'm waiting for the chief here. He's on his way. He wanted to see this place for himself. And I'll get back to HQ. I'm more help with the database than my fingertips. Copy that. Copy that. I'll catch the next train and keep you posted. Hold up. Oh yeah, there we go. Take a hit of that boof. Wow. Electronics warehouse. There's like a little privately owned deal like that around here. It's literally just called Electronics Warehouse. Hopefully they sold like return products and shit like that. Like they sold like stuff that was returned to the store. Hey Neil, did you find our van yet? Looking at it now, seems like they dumped it. Figured as much. I dispatched a team to your location, and they'll give that van a thorough screening. You should leave it behind and go after the perp now. He's so close. Be careful, I've been looking into Diaz some more. His ID seems to be completely fake. There's no record of it before he checked into the hotel. Fake IDs are very hard to come by. You need a surgeon to put it in, and a very good hacker who injects it into the federal database. This is yet another sign that we're dealing with a big fish here. Or more likely, a bunch of them. Copy that. Thanks for the heads up. You don't look like you're here for the concert. Which I was. Can I ask you a question? Do you see the person behind that van over there? Do I look like a snitch to you? Do I look like police to you? Fair. If you're not a cop, what are you? No, Conrad, CDI. Damn, CDI? That's even worse. Look, did you or did you not see the driver? I'm trying to find out where they went. Only been out here for a minute. My dog needs to take a leak, and we're going back in. Taking your dog to a concert? He appreciates good music. We done? Didn't see anything or anyone suspicious. Yeah. Look, man. Everyone around here probably looks suspicious to you. If you want to do some actual good, have a look around down at the pier. My friend Rob keeps having trouble with his business. Some assholes climb onto his boats, leave their shit behind, and make a mess. That's something to look into. That's maybe something to look into, but then you're not really interested in helping the community. What was the fancy suit? Oh, yes. A boofing spot. Oh. The rope on this bollard seems to have been cut recently by a pocket laser. Excuse me, sir. Ah! You been here all night? Who's asking? Neil Conrad, CDI. Here investigating a case. CDI? Every time you're looking for a culprit, it's always down here, huh? We're all from the same city. Just hope it feel like it. I noticed the rope over there that looks like it's been cut recently. You know anything about that? Did someone steal a boat? Did Rob call you here? Yes. Then you should talk to him. Hey, that's the first time the cops have responded to my call. I had some punks vandalize one of my boats last month and nobody showed. I'm sorry. Sorry, but I'm here now. Why'd you call us? Because some asshole stole my boat. I told you on the phone already. Alright, when did that happen? It's 3:40 now. A good hour ago. I heard the engine start and then Ed yelled something. Ed, the man down by the pier? Yeah. Oh, sorry. He wanted to stop the guy, but he's an old man, you know. I went out to see what was going on. The boat was already leaving the port. You see, how long had it been in this harbor prior to being stolen? For over a week. It must have booked a lot lately. Is there a way to track it? All boats that go in or out are picked up by a scanner at the port entrance. The port AI next door has the data. Maybe you'll spit it out if you tell it you're law enforcement. I'll give it a try. What's your ship's ID? No idea. It's called Berta. Can I get a record? I don't know what to tell you, man. It's Berta to me. Will that name show up in the system? No, but it's painted on the side. Any idea who the thief is? Hold on. Are you? That's not a police uniform. Actually, I'm CDI. Sorry I didn't come clean earlier. CDI, what the hell are you doing here? I'm investigating a different case. The person who stole your boat may be very dangerous. Why did you lie to me about being a cop? What are you lying now? Here's my badge. I really am interested in finding your boat. If for a different reason. Who's the fellow you're after anyway? He's going to sink my boat or something? Not exactly. I need to find out what he looks like. Did you see him? No, but Ed saw him. Ed didn't seem to be too keen on talking to me. He's an old grump, that's for sure. Any chance you could help us? Well, you could convince him to help us out? Nobody tells Ed what to do. Least of all y'all upper folks. One of you bureaucrats chased him out of his old harbor. If he ever had sympathy for you, that's where it ended for sure. Sounds like that's something important to Ed, huh? Well, shut up about it. So, are you bringing my boat back or what? I'll do the best I can. If it turns up, I'll let you know. Excuse me, sir. They could steal yours too. No! Then you could describe to me what you saw and help me track it down. Your CDI, you said? That's correct. That means you're concerned with crime, right? Like fraud or theft. Sometimes, yes. You could also help folks around here. We help everyone. Help everyone, what do you ask? Look, I was thrown out of Lacuna Harbor the other day. When I bought this boat as a young man, it came with a spot there. Now the whole area is being turned upside down, construction everywhere, richer folks are moving in. First they tell us it's no big deal for us locals. 2 weeks ago, I'm landing my boat, they ask for money. New management, they say. Of course, I didn't want to pay up, truth be told. I could have anyway. I called the company. All I hear is lawyer gibberish, so I decided to go elsewhere. Look at this pitiful pier I've been staying at. Not a single decent pub in sight. If you help me get my spot back, I'll tell you what I saw. Oh, okay. I'll be damned. Seems like things are finally looking up. Let's connect ourselves. You can call me as soon as you have my spot. Alright. Here's what you need to know. Lacuna Harbor, right next to Red Herring. Red Herring? The pub! Best one there is. Oh, I see, very clever. That's where you'll find my friend Fred, the harbor master. Go talk to him. He's a few miles down from the canal from here. A few miles? Can you just tell me? This is really time sensitive. Nah, we have a deal. Like I said, go shoot my... I gotta shoot my shot. Fine, but it'll have to wait a little. I'm following a hot trail right now. Welcome to the Port Bureau Visitor. What can I do for you? Scanning. Welcome, Agent Neil Conrad. What can I do for you? Today's traffic data. Come on. Understood. Displaying traffic data. Anything else? That's all. Hey, any updates? Not yet. But maybe soon. I think our guy stole a boat. A boat? Why would he do that? Maybe avoid scanners. Boats aren't tracked as closely as cars and pedestrians. Still, the boat should be easy enough to find. They're slow, and there are scanners at every port in that place. Problem is, I don't know what the boat's ID is yet. But I do have a record of local traffic data on screen right here. Traffic data, huh? Do you know when the boat arrived and when it left? Approximately. To be able to identify it. God, I forgot when it was. Okay. Okay, 340 now. So 240. So they left at 240. So I just have to find something around 240. Okay. Outgoing. Okay. One left at 241. Okay, yeah, 241. Okay, let's stay 541. So it's 788. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a note here. Grab a pen. Grab a pad. Okay. Okay. 241. It was 7889. Go. I'll use the keypad. Okay, 788901. I got the idea you sent me. I got the ID you sent me and found the boat. Pretty far away from you at the moment. As soon as if anything turns up, I'll let you know. In the meantime, Saito? Hold on, I think I got a hit. A hit? On Diaz's ID chip. It got picked up just now. It's not close to the boat you sent me, but I'm sure it's him. Diaz passed through a train station on foot, so he got on the train. No, you're scanned at both exits. You're the closest agent to his current location. Get their stat. I'm sending reinforcements. Copy that. And the boat? Let the other team worry about it. You go after the sniper. There, baby. Okay. I think I'm figuring this game out a little bit. I'm not entirely fucking stupid. I could be smart about things. Despite what other people say. Stop pulling on that! Look at the LeBonk. Oh, this is kind of slow. Oh, there's so many spots to smoke cigarettes. I'll have to find a vending machine to get more smokes. Grindle. Get your hands off of me! Officer Marquez, please stop resisting, man. What am I being arrested for? You have no right. I want to talk to my lawyer. Do you have a lawyer? Maybe. You don't know. Let's call them down to the station then, because that's where you're going. No! Why are you wasting your time on me? There's a guy with a rifle around here. Mrs. Grindle, there isn't. Let's go. Hold on a second. Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? Central Department of Investigation? A case leads me here. May I ask what's going on? I'm glad you're here, sir. These two officers are making a grave mistake. The whole quarter should be locked down right now. There's a man with a rifle around here. Miss Grindle often calls us every week. Last time it was for a car that was too large for its parking spot. Before that, she called us on a street vendor because he was lurking outside the apartment block. She's been doing that for a long time. We're finally bringing her in for wasting our time. Sir, please, you're with the CDI. Your oath demands that you take me seriously. I don't recall an oath about a Miss Grindle. Don't you see I'm one of yours? Miss CDI? No, I'm an upper. I don't belong down here. My husband was still alive. We had a nice place on the upper layers. Got sunlight, proper walls, and no drug addicts linger around the entrance. I just fallen on hard times for a while. Enough. You've been living here for 12 years. Let's go. Sir, I swear I overheard some dangerous people. They have a gun and some important data or something. They killed somebody already. She said, is it done? And he said, he's dead. Can you tell me the story from the start, please? I was watching some online when I heard voices coming from the apartment next door. I was surprised. It's always so quiet that I wasn't even sure someone lived there. It was a man and a woman, and they seemed to be fighting about something. I wanted to make sure it wasn't domestic abuse, so I turned off my program to listen. You never know down here. What did they fight about? I could show you. When I got suspicious, I started recording them with myself. You did what? That's a violation of... Just listen to it! The things they talked about. Can you send the logs to me? Yes, of course. You! There you go! Thanks. I'd like to ask all of you to stay put until I've had a look at this conversation. You're wasting your time, but whatever, we'll wait. I got an email about a dangerous people. Only one of them. Man, they really did a number on your face, but I have to say, kind of like the new look. I don't. Are you drunk? I don't have to be drunk to have an opinion on your new face. But you smell of whiskey. And what the hell happened to your arm? I cut myself. It doesn't matter. Wow, this hideout's a real shithole. I've only been staying here for a few days. Where's your violin? Funny, I gave the rifle to Zora. Listen to me. We don't have much time. I passed by a scanner on the way here. They're probably on my tail already. Fuck! What were you thinking? You're still wearing the ID chip? Why did you go straight back to HQ to have it taken out? Were you able to procure the data? Yeah, the old man didn't suspect a thing. Listen, you need to give it to me. The boss called and said there was a change of plan. I'll take care of the handover. I called the guy we're meeting and told him I was coming instead of you. He seemed a bit pissed though. I think I woke him. Didn't expect him to be sleeping at 11. Are you out of your mind? They know your ID. They'll catch up to you for sure. They'll catch you for sure up there. I know the route you were gonna take. I know how to get on and off the Joris Plaza without being scanned. Why didn't the boss tell me about all this? And why the fuck did we change plans? I talked to the boss after the hit. He told me to come get you. No idea why they. Come on, Zora. Give me the stick. We need to move now. CDI could be here in a minute. You're fucking boy. You fucking. Let me get my stuff. Give me the stick. Fine. Here it is. Where are we going? We just split up right now. Keep your head down. Keep your head down and wait for me to get in touch. Get to the unintelligible. And they won't be able to track me. Blah, 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 blah. 8:30. Boy, you're not making all this up, are you? Are you crazy? Of course not. Now let's get this mission over with. Come on. Be careful out there, okay? We're so close to getting out of it all. You too. So what do you think of the conversation? I need to see that room. I need to see the room they're in. Can you show me to it? See? I knew there was something fishy. Follow me. Thank you. What's this about? What's going on? This might be important for a case I'm working on. What case? It's classified. This is where I live, and the voice came from right next door. Thank you. Watch my back, offices. Watch my back, offices! Hello? Hello? Anybody home? CDI, open up. You are surrounded. Come out with your hands over your head. I don't think there's anybody. I'm not coming out. I'm opening the door on the count of 3. 1, 2. Everybody on your knees. Hands in the air. Coming in. Apartment number 9. Excuse me, Miss Grindle. I found this key in here. Any idea where it belongs? Oh, really? Let me take a look. Apartment 9, huh? It's for an apartment in this building, but they changed the way the rooms are numbered. The tag belongs to the old system. My apartment used to be number 4. The one you searched was number 5. Where you get that? Let's just say Miss Grindle is very interested in the neighborhood. From what I understand, the woman stole some data from an old man and gave it to the sniper. He, in turn, is going to hand it over to an unknown third party at Doris Plaza. Yeah. Good job, Conrad, huh? The only explanation I have is that it's tagged. That the network will pick it up as a lead. But that would mean it's highly confidential data from the government. It's the best reason I can think of. But maybe they're just being extra careful. Hey, I found a key in the apartment the woman was hiding in. It belongs to another unit in this building. Perhaps we'll find more answers there. Do you know which one it is? There's a number on it, but they changed the way the rooms are numbered. Miss Grindle said her apartment was number 4, and the one next to it is number 5 in the old system. Okay, we're on the 2nd floor. That'd be 4, 5, and then 6. It's upstairs. Wait, whoa. Why do you transfer me to another area?
I felt sorry for the old lady. Descending through the layers was easy these days if you didn't have one of the few jobs that still existed. Basic income wasn't enough for most people, even around here where living was relatively cheap. Although somehow our economy had never been more productive.
Neil. Hold on. Audios. Is anyone else here? What are you gonna do to me? Are you with her? My name's Neil Conrad. I'm with the CDI. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, thank fuck. Please, I need water. Of course, here you go. Are you hurt? I don't think so. Just very sore. My wrists burn like fire. What's your name? I'm Lila. Alright, Lila. You're safe now. Let me call you a doctor. Alright, a medical team is on the way. Could you tell me what happened from the start? Yeah, okay. Fuck. She was in here, and she looked almost exactly like me. A woman was in here? Is this your apartment? Yes! I tried to fight, but she was so incredibly strong. It was like looking in the mirror. Like I had a twin. She must have had some surgery to look like me. When did this happen? I came home from a client 2, maybe 3 days ago. She was already in here. I turned on the light and saw myself sitting right over there. Barely had time to react. She jumped on me so quickly. She must have some augments or something. Any idea why this happened to you? Why would she try to impersonate? I've been racking my brain about that. Is there anyone she might be trying to get close to? I don't know. I don't think I know anyone important except for my clients, maybe. Your clients? I'm making money on the side as an escort agency. So, I'm not a whore. I'm not a whore! If that's what you're asking. I mostly just dress well and go to dinner parties. We only have high-profile customers. I'm a student, and it's a good way to pay the bills. Maybe she's trying to get close to one of your clients, then. You think? I mean, could be. I missed an appointment while I was tied up. Thought my boss would come looking for me, but no one showed. Do you think she went to him? Oh no. What if she did something bad to him? You can testify that I've been in here all this time, right? Don't worry, you're not a suspect. Who was the client? Public official or something. I don't recall his name. Wanted me to spend the night at his place. My boss said he's a regular customer, but I never met him. Do you have any more data on him? Name, address? It was all in my cell, but the woman took it. I see. Is there another way to get the client's data? We may be onto something here. My boss at the Lotus Escort Agency has all of it. It's just around the corner. But I can't. But don't leave me alone right now. What if she comes back? I'm staying here until reinforcements arrive. You won't be left alone. Knock knock! Ah, fuck, it's you. Hey Gary, Lila, this is my partner, Agent Long. Gary, would you keep an eye on Lila for a minute? I need to follow the lead of her employer. I'll explain everything later, alright? Babysitting duty, eh? Alright, I guess. Nice to meet you, man. Lila, how do I find the escort? Just go all the way up to the roof of this building. You'll end up on the next highest layer. Take a right, and you can't miss it. Thank you. Hello. Hello, sir. Excuse me. Closed. Closed. We're closed. I'm not a customer. Neil Conrad, CDI. Oh, good morning! That's a surprise. What leads you here? One of your employees, Lila. Lila. Sweet girl. Nice and Lila. Nice and reliable. Found her tied up. Found her tied up in her apartment. Good Lord! Is she alright? A little shaken up, but she's fine. Who did this? Wasn't one of her clients, I hope. We don't know yet. However, I do have to look at one of your clients. The guy who booked her earlier this week. Could you give me his name and contact details? Oh, Mr. Conrad. I'd love to help, really, but it's very important that we protect our clients' privacy. Do I have to get a court order? It's going to be a whole thing. Much harder to hide than you just telling me right now. Okay, Mr. Conrad, I have a proposition to make. I'm putting my business at risk by helping you. But you can help me make up for the damage. There's another issue that puts me in a very uncomfortable spot right now. One of my employees has quit on me despite her contract running for a few more months. I told her I needed her. She already accepted several offers over the next few weeks. We have a reputation to uphold. Our clients would be really upset if I canceled their appointments. Those are all high-class people relying on our service. I told the local police already, and they wouldn't listen to me. But I have the contract right here. See, it's signed and everything. If you can get her to fulfill her duties, I at least make the appointments she already confirmed. I guess I could help you too. How about it, Mr. Conrad? I'll talk to her. What's her name? Sheila Nowak. I'll see what I can do. But even if she doesn't come back, you're helping me for trying. Okay, fair enough. Hello, we're good. The unit is just below us. Possibly now. Okay. Let's see. It's right below us. But if I'm down at the bottom, I've gone too far. Good evening, sorry for the intrusion. My name is Neil Conrad, I'm with the CDI. I'm looking for Sheila Nowak. Is she here? What do you want from her? What do you want from her? I'd like to tell her that myself. I won't just let some foreigner talk to my sister. Tell me what you want. I showed you my badge. I'm not some foreigner. I'm an agent of the state. That Thompson guy sent you. You're wasting your time. If you don't want to go back to him, I will make sure of that. It's alright, Anthony. Let me talk to him. I can handle that myself. Don't go back to that scumbag. Don't let him intimidate you. Will you mind leaving us alone for a minute, Anthony? Don't worry. I would like to know why you won't work for him anymore. What if I go back inside and refuse to talk to you? Then Mr. Thompson will probably try to sue you. Listen, I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to help you if Thompson is forcing you into something you don't want. No, he would never do that. Sure, he can be a little annoying. But he's certainly not forcing any of the girls into anything. Listen, I want to study space engineering, and I can't afford the fees. As Drovian immigrants without a degree, it's hard to find a good job on Gara. That's why I've been working for Thompson, but now I have all the money I need. Thompson told me you confirmed several appointments for the following weeks. Why did you do that? When wasn't it obvious that you'd saved enough by now? That's none of your business. You can trust me. Sheila, you can trust me. But you have to be honest with me. Didn't do anything that's against the law. You can tell me. I got a call from a woman a few weeks ago. She didn't tell me your name. She promised me a large amount of money if I canceled all my appointments for the next 2 weeks. It was so much that I don't have to go back to Thomas at all, actually. And you didn't find that suspicious? Suspicious? No, I assumed that some jealous partner was behind it. Wouldn't be the first time. You said she wanted to cancel all your appointments in the next 2 weeks. Which ones were that? Oh, only one yesterday. I got my friend Lila to fill in for me. Lila, huh? Who was the client you were to see? He's a regular. I've been going to this place every month for at least a year now. Is someone important? Why do you ask? I'm sure it's some jealousy thing. Please tell me who the client is. I don't think I can do that. Thompson will kill me if I give out the names of our customers. It would be really important for me to know. Maybe he's in danger. Okay, I'll tell you if you promise you won't force me to go back to Thompson. You did sign a contract. You have to understand. It's always been my dream to study space engineering, but my parents... I suppose you know that civilians have their own version of science. If my parents catch wind of my plans to go to a non-Soviet university, they will try everything to stop me. That's why I need to do it secretly. Anthony helped me prepare everything without them noticing. My ship to Themis leaves tomorrow morning. Alright. I'll try to convince Thompson to leave you alone. Thank you so much. You want to know the regular customer's name, right? His name is Liam Campbell. He lives in the center. Liam. Right, do you know his exact address? 144 Rumpelt Avenue. 144 Rumpelt Avenue. I hope he's alright. He's become kind of a friend. I'm pretty sure he's fine. Thank you, and good luck at university.
Liam Campbell. Liam fucking Campbell. It had taken a moment until it clicked because I never called him that. To me and the rest of my division, he was just the chief. That's who the woman had tried to get close to. The director of national security at the CDI. My boss. Now what? Should I follow the chain of command and tell Gary? The chief probably wasn't too keen on everybody finding out about his habit. Maybe I should talk to him first. Then again, it might be too important for the case to be kept secret.
Yep. Just fucking knock him off. Oh, point. This is a great opportunity for her. Shouldn't stand in her way. An opportunity. She got accepted to a university. She never told me that. I'm certainly very happy for her. I can't let her ruin my business. Judging by the interior, you make good money with your agency. I'm sure you can tough it out. Mr. Conrad, you're asking a lot. I am sure I can rely on you. You're a good boss, aren't you? Alright, you win. Cops won't answer my calls anyway. So I promise I'll tell you the price name. That's alright, actually. Alright then, excuse me. I need to go do some paperwork. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one with the little deal going across it. Alright. It's right below this one, alright. My memory is kind of flaky. Hey Gary. Sorry about being a little short with you earlier. I had to follow an important lead. Was it worth it? It was. Let me fill you in. Apparently the woman that tied up Lila had some procedure done to look very similar to her. I suspect he impersonated her to get close to a customer. Lila told me as much. We had a little chat earlier. I'm almost positive that the client is the old man the impersonator stole the data from. The customer originally booked a different girl, but someone paid her to cancel the appointment. Wait. Why go through the trouble? Why not impersonate the original girl? I guess because she's his go-to. He knows her too well and would have noticed if it's not her. How did they know that he'd pick an alternative and not cancel altogether? Maybe that's what he did in the past. Like I said, he's a regular. And how did they know he would be Lila? I don't think they did. The sniper said something about the woman's new appearance. Maybe they changed her looks after the appointment had already been accepted. And it healed within a few days? That tech is kind of rare. But how is any of this connected to our case other than the perp talking to this woman? I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, but it seems like an entirely different operation. Any idea who the escort agency's customer is? It's our chief. Here's the kicker. I think it's our chief. What? The customer's name is Liam Campbell. His address is in the right area. I need to call HQ immediately. When did she meet him? 2 days ago, I think. Alright, listen up. Meet me back at HQ in half an hour. Let's go over the facts, all the facts again, and get ready to intervene in that handover. I'll have Saito look at the owner of the hideout apartment. Let's sort the rest out later. Catching the sniper remains our top priority. Copy that. See you at HQ.
As I was making my way back down through the maze of Matuna's living quarters, I tried to untangle the threads of the conspiracy before me. Every detail I uncovered seemed to open up a number of new questions. What exactly was the connection between the stolen data and Banny's murder? It felt like there was a bigger plan underneath, like we were just scratching the surface.
Hi, Neil. We checked on the boat with the IT you sent me. Its name is Seize the Day, not Berta. It's a pretty big yacht. Is it possible you picked the wrong idea? Sir, may I ask what you're doing at Martuna Harbor? I don't think I've seen you here before. Good evening, sir. I'm Neil Connor at CDI. CDI? Holy moly, that's unexpected. My name's Harry Truff. I'm with TSW. How can I help you? Let's take a look around the harbor. I'm looking for a boat that could be important to my case. Sorry, sir, but TSW only allows club members and registered guests. Now, what about law enforcement? Right. If you can tell me the idea of the specific boat you're investigating, I'm allowed to let you in. As honest to God sailors here. So you have a boat in the harbor? Of course, it's down at the pier, Samara. There you go. So, thanks for the ciggy. Beautiful weather tonight. You can almost see the stars of that good layers sitting outside all night. The view used to be better though. You see those new apartment blocks they're building. Same company that bought the harbor, TS something. Forced me to buy an expensive tracking ID device for my boat. Now they want me to get a new engine. Mine's not regulation, they say. I tell you, they don't want us lowers here. Listen, I'm sympathetic to you. Yeah, I get it. Not your fault. You're busy, I know. Thanks again for the cigarette. Let me know if it's a favor. There's something. I'm looking for the ID of a boat that arrived here earlier. Any chance you can help me with that? What do you need that for? It's for a case. The guard won't let me down to the pier if I don't tell him the exact ID. The TSW guy? He hopes to harp on about all these new rules. If it's for a case, I'm telling you right now, I won't throw any of my friends here under the bus. I'm sure the guy I'm after isn't one of your friends. Do you know the name of the boat you're looking for? Yes, I do. Berta. Never heard of it. Tell you what, I'll go down and have a look at the ID. Thank you very much, sir. That has earned you another cigarette. Alright, I got your ID. This is why I turned the time and shit off. 220... 190. Alrighty. I didn't even have to fucking write it down. Let's see. Yep, that one's here. Alright, come on through. Don't touch any other boats. Pocket laser cutting device. Its cuts leave a blue residue. An open first aid kit. Some untangled bandages lie on top of the other contents. A sink full of bristly red hair. Looks like our guy shaved his entire beard off. You know a guy called Ed? Ed, you mean Silver Tongue Ed? Of course I do. Lived here for 40 years. We often had a drink together upstairs. Then we got kicked out and the TSW started asking for rent. Met him earlier. He told me he misses his old spot. What would it cost for him to rent again? What? Are you gonna pay it for him? Ha! Didn't think your offers were good for anything. It's $50 a month. $500 for a year. Alright, I'll rent a spot for a year then. So I'm looking forward to having the old geezer back. You can tell him he can have his spot. He can come back next month. So honestly, I'm not sure how long it'll take him to boot him for another reason. TSW is more interested in renting spots to tourists than private yachts. Oh! Neil Conrad here. What? Who is this? Neil Conrad, the CDI agent we spoke earlier. I don't know it's a CDI agent. You asked me to help you out with your old spot at Lacuna Harbor. I arranged it. You're good to come back. You what? Look, what? Look, if you're making fun of me... I'm not. You can return next month. I paid for a year. I'll send you the contract. Today seems to be my lucky day. Thank you, sir. There's that old lady. We're going back. How about in return you tell me all you know about the guy who stole your friend's boat? Right. I noticed the feller when he started the motor. He cut the rope with a knife like it was butter. And those are big-ass ropes, I'll tell you. Tough as bones. Did you see what the man looked like? Didn't catch a lot of details. He was in a hurry to get away. But when he started speeding away, it fell right off his head. Must have been a hat after all. Could have been a wig? Yeah. Or a wig. Whatever it was, he was bald underneath. You sure of that? Yep. His head was polished like a bowling ball. Great. Thank you. Anything else you remember? No, look, my eyes aren't what they used to be. And neither is my memory. That's alright. You've been a great help. Have a nice day. You bet I will. I keep hitting the wrong pink buttons. Okay. Sheets. Danny's murder. Okay. He's bald, cut arm, and a shaved beard. So can I send that in? Oh, not that button. That's so uncoordinated. Mr. Conrad? This is Felicia, the bartender from Sakura Hotel. Your colleague gave me your cell info. Listen, I wanted to thank you for not telling anyone what I did. You're not going to stitch on me later, are you? No, you're good. I think you knew what you were doing. I don't think you know what you were doing. You didn't know, I promise. Thank you. Listen, I remember something that might be helpful. Guess you're after the Diaz guy? I think he had a bruise on his arm. I saw it when he was on his way to the van. His instrument fell down, he rushed to pick it up, and he suddenly put his hand to his head. I saw a pretty nasty cut between his wrist and elbow. It looked fresh. I was just gonna say, yeah. I just guessed that because he said there was blood in front of the, cut from the window. Oh, I want to go find a place to smoke. Come on. Nope. Beep, 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 beep. Morning, Conrad. Hey, Neil. Hi, Saito. It's good to see you. This cage really has me on edge. Yeah, me too. The chief wanted me to tell you that we invited 2 special guests. They're waiting for you in the conference room upstairs. Why? The CEOs of Milex and Dyson Enterprise. They had dinner with Benny the night right before he was shot. Milex and Dyson, as in probably the biggest mining companies in the world. Honestly, you probably don't even need to say mining for that to be accurate. Holy shit. Wish someone told me earlier. I'm not exactly prepared for this. Sorry, I just got word from the chief. That reminds me. He also wants to talk to you after you've questioned him. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Good morning, gentlemen. I am Agent Connor. Good morning, Mr. Conrad. Abbott Dyson Enterprises. Morning, Nan Kim, Milex. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get right to the point then. I have a busy day ahead of me. Yes, of course. The 2 of you had dinner with Mr. Benny last night, correct? Yes. And you're aware of what happened after he left. We were just told. It's terrible. Tragedy. Our upcoming negotiations with Banning are of utmost importance to our relationship in Grovia. Not that you had interest in negotiating. What are you implying? I'm not implying anything. I'm saying very clearly that you only stand to gain from this tragedy. With Benny dead, any real hope of Drovian independence goes out the window, which means we maintain the status quo where you already have all you want. That's preposterous. Was I or was I not at the negotiating table? If everything had been hunky-dory, I would have stayed in Milan. That doesn't change the fact that the only ones who will suffer from this will once again be the Drovian people. Oh, come on! As if you give a damn about the Drovian people. The only aspect of Drovian independence you care about is selling tellanium to whoever you want. Okay, you're competitors. This is a difficult consideration. This is a difficult situation. I get it. I'm mostly interested in last night. What do you think? Did Mr. Benny seem strange last night? Maybe on edge or paranoid? No, but I've never met him before, so I wouldn't know what he's normally like. What about you, Mr. Smith? I know him quite well. It's hard to follow who's who here. I knew him quite well. We traveled here from Grovia on the same ship. He behaved normally last night, I would say. I see. What do you think? Did Mr. Benny have any enemies? Anyone who stands to gain from maintaining the status quo, I suppose. Oh yeah? Or maybe anyone who is happy with all that happy that all of Grovia will be really riled up over this. There was no real chance they would have gotten their independence from these negotiations anyway. But maybe now the revolt will just take it. Have you thought about that? I don't think much about the conspiracy theories, no. Nobody concrete. Maybe someone disgruntled, or someone who overtly threatened him? No. But to be fair, veiled threats are much more common in politics anyway. You built Trinson? Not that I'm aware of. Me neither. I see. What was that dinner about? The mining business is an important pillar of the system-wide economy. We talked to politicians about it. So it was a lobbying thing. And was it just the 3 of you? Just the 3 of us and our staff. I wouldn't say lobbying necessarily. Really more of a social event. Of course, you sometimes talk business, I suppose. Imagine you do. I imagine you do. So were there important business things to talk about? We mostly save those for the trade summit, which I suppose will be cut short now without its protagonist. I see. Alright, thank you for your time. Can you give me your cell contacts? We need to get back to you in case I have more questions. Why not? Of course, there you go. Dyson's honestly the more polite one. Whee! Yeah, shower me when you're going bullshit. You. This game's actually pretty good. Hey, J. Jonah Jameson. Oh my god, it is! It's J. Jonah Jameson. Look at him. Agent Conrad, good morning. Have you brought me pictures of Spider-Man? I want some goddamn pictures of Spider-Man. Good morning, Chief. Saito told me you wanted to talk to me. I do. Let's not beat around the bush. Agent Long informed me about your suspicion that a hostile power recently tried to get close to me. Do you have any reliable proof of that? I have some testimonies to point to it. That is, if you were the client after all. Found a girl named Lila tied up in her apartment. She works for the Lotus Escort Agency. She was going to meet a man named Liam Campbell 2 days ago. And that's why I thought, you know, I'll save you the headache. I'll save you the headache. Yes, I am the client. What makes you think a hostile agent was involved? It seems like the woman who paid you a visit wasn't the real escort. She had a procedure done that looked very similar to her. She also seems to be in contact with Benny's murderer. We have a recording of their conversation. It seems probable that she tried to take advantage of your connection with to the escort agency. I see. Any idea what her objective might be? Did you notice anything suspicious when you met her? Nothing comes to mind. She didn't seem particularly interested in my professional life. Did anything go missing since she visited you? It sounds like you already have a suspicion. Out with it. The fake escort talked about some data she stole. I think from you. Is that what the sniper is going to hand over at Doris Plaza? Exactly. I don't have any relevant data at home, except on my cell, of course. Maybe she got a chance to access your cell without you noticing. I will talk about that with my superiors. I understand. Look, sir, I can't help but notice you were dissatisfied with my decision to talk to Agent Long about your involvement. Should have called you first. I admit that I could have called you first. At the time, I thought I was doing the right thing. Agent Long is my immediate Agent Long is my immediate superior, so I reported to him first. This has been a rough night for all of us. One more thing, Conrad. You didn't talk to a girl named Sheila Nowak, did you? I did. She wanted to know if you were alright. Might want to give her a call. Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. Looks like she finally has all the money she needs to go to university. That's good to hear. We have to focus on our sniper now. The handover will be taking place in less than 3 hours. Let's get down to the mission briefing. They're waiting for us. How was it talking to those CEOs? They don't seem to like each other very much. What did you expect? Top mining guy from Drovia and top mining guy from Gara. They're probably mortal enemies. I expected them to be less open about it. You'd think that rich and influential folks would be more reserved. But the truth is, many of them are the most brazen, least classy individuals in the system. Now that we're complete, let's recap what we found out so far. Our suspect goes by Diaz, but his real name seems to be Boyd. He is still at large. He shot Benny around 1:39 this morning from the top floor of the Sakura Hotel. Shortly after, he was picked up by an unknown accomplice who dropped him off at the lower layers. That's when he switched to a stolen boat as his second getaway vehicle. He docked it at Matuna Harbor, where his ID was picked up by a nearby train station. He then paid a woman named Zora a visit. She seems she seems to be involved in another scheme that might be linked to our case. Earlier this week, she attacked and tied up an escort girl named Lila Clark to temporarily assume her identity. She went to see an important client in her stead and stole some data from him. The sniper convinced her to give him the stick containing that data. He will pass it he will pass it on to an unknown third party at Joris Plaza at 8:30. Our plan is to intervene and catch the sniper and his associates red-handed. We are going to place plainclothes agents in the cafes and snipers on the rooftops. The operation will be overseen by Agent Kumar, head of the response team. Conrad and I will be watching from the sidelines, ready to go in if needed. Joris Plaza is a popular place with lots of breakfast joints. It will be swarming with people. We have to be very careful not to endanger any civilians. Questions? How will we identify the sniper? Conrad has been collecting data on what he looks like. We have to rely on that. Do you have any details on the woman the sniper visited? Not really. She was surprised to see our perp. It seems like the meeting wasn't part of their original plan. We're not sure if he lied to her to get the stick. If so, it's possible that he's not planning on taking it to the handover at all. Alright then, Conrad, go ahead and submit that sheet on what the sniper looks like. Take your time and go over all the logs and evidence again. We only have one chance to get this right. Okay, he shaved his head. He was bald, he was wearing a wig. He has an injured arm, and he shaved his beard. Okay, I got the sheet from Conrad, forwarding it to Agent Kumar now. Let's get ready. Ooh, it's getting juicy. Snipers report. T-minus 90 seconds. Damn, it's more crowded out here than I expected. I don't think our snipers will get a clear shot. Let's hope we don't need them. This be nothing so far. Did I ever tell you the story about how I joined the CDI? Possible target from... Don't they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions? That's bogus. So that one's bogus. Head from the fountain. Alright, better move in and make the arrest. Get the suspect and his accomplice. Be discreet. I need him to make more noise than you need to. I think they noticed you. I think I was getting up. You spooked him. Get a move on. Watch out! Gun! We got him. Well, seems like we got him. Now it's time for what would usually be the big, like, you know, conspiracy. Matching description.
Once the adrenaline had worn off, the uncomfortable train seat and glaring sunlight were the only things stopping me from falling asleep. My implants had been injecting me with a substance keeping me alert and focused all night, and now I came crashing down hard. The confrontation at Joris Plaza had been hairier than expected, but catching the sniper and his associate was a huge win. I wondered if this was the beginning of the end of the case, or just its beginning. I finally got up at my stop and left the train, only to suddenly wake up in my seat again and realize it had been a dream. I decided to stand next to the door for the rest of the ride.
I dig this game. It's actually neat. Okay, yeah, it sounds fine. If this is continuing, I'm probably going to call it for right now and pick it up later. Sorry that my internet shit the bed halfway through, but, you know, it is what it is. PS4's connectivity's never been the best. That coupled with the fact that they don't connect to 5G, so...
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened. I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean, metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
Alright, let's see what's going on now. Oh, hi Neil, what are you doing here? I just wanted to say hello. Hello, Laura. Hello. Really? Who are you? Nice to see you too. Sorry, I'm surprised. Laura's still asleep upstairs. I'm gonna wake her up already. They rise her just like her mom. More like every teenager ever. Fair enough. Want a coffee? Oh thanks, I'm actually headed to bed. I'm just coming back from work. It's been a long night. Oh, that's rough. Wait. You didn't have anything to do with that shootout that's all over the news right now, did you? Actually, I did. It was practically over by the time I got there. Oh my god, are you okay? They wouldn't have let me go if I had if I had caught a bullet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, are you emotionally okay? Was I ever? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. Sorry. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What's the whole thing about? What's the whole thing about? Manny's dead. He was killed last night. The shootout was this morning. Was us confronting a suspect. No. Tell me you're joking. I'm not. I don't know how much more right now. It's an ongoing investigation. Cannot talk to anyone else about this, okay? Of course. Shit, Neil. Shit, Neil. What if Drovia retaliates? I mean, understand that they want their independence and all, but if our investigation goes well, we'll have some results soon that will de-escalate the situation. You're not blaming yourself and your unit for this, are you? I'm sure you did everything for Tech, Vanny. There's always a remaining risk. That's just how it is. Neil, I'm so sorry. I really got to go. To catch the next train if I don't want to be late to work. But if you want, you can stick around till Laura wakes up. We both know it's not gonna happen for another hour. True. We can stop by later if you want. I gotta run now. Let her go. Let her have some fun. Laura's very mature for her age. I'm sure she'll take care of herself. Yeah, you're probably right. I shouldn't be so anxious. It's you, Neil. Please don't get yourself shot. Anthony. Hey, wait a minute. Huh? I know you. You're the guy that came to our flat yesterday. You told that scumbag to leave my sister alone. I did. That was really nice of you, man. Didn't dig you up would help out a second. He left this morning chasing his man. Glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day. Sure. Watna's blessings, man. Thanks, you too. All the best, man. I just got shot at this morning. I gotta go sleep.
I got into the elevator and leaned against a wall. I was so tired in that moment that my reflex of emotional repression whenever I saw Kat didn't seem to work anymore. It hit me with an unusual clarity that, even a decade after it had ended, I hadn't ever fully let go of her. I wasn't sure what to make of it, whether to be happy or to finally push myself to it. I concluded that I would probably just go back to repressing it altogether.
Hey, horse. Oh, you get a little lizard to feed. I love you, Horace. End this on a bit of a solid note here. Man, this dude doesn't smoke for shit. He just sits there and takes like 2 hits off that cigarette and fucking just... That's it? Well, considering this is probably going to go on longer, I call it now, and I'll definitely make another video finishing it up. So,
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did. Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
let's see. Okay, yeah, it's saved. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll definitely make a video kind of concluding all this, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, like and subscribe to the video. Like and subscribe. I guess. Catch you later.